Hello folks, Mundane Man here again, and it is fall in our neck of the woods here, and fall means it's time to get humidifying again. Where we live, it is very dry in the fall and winter, which means we got to do a lot of humidification because we have things like hardwood floors and wood furniture that certainly can benefit from a consistent level of humidity throughout the colder months of the year. An added complication is you obviously use water for humidification, and we have super hard water, and basically if you don't manage and maintain your humidifier, you're going to end up having it full of calcium or whatever minerals are in the water, and then that mess gets pushed through into your house and also shortens the life of your furnace filter because it's catching all of those minerals in the filter. So it's just kind of a double whammy there, so you want to just make sure you're maintaining your both your filter and your humidifier at the same time. So we have a weight evaporator style humidifier. It's an 18 gallon per day. It was the largest one I could get that would match the requirements for our furnace and provide a good humidity level throughout the winter. And the more water you can pump through, the more humidification you can get. But that also, again, like I said, means you got to maintain it more frequently. The basics of a humidifier is you have a water line coming in and an evaporator pad that the water spills over, and then a drain where that water is drained off as it goes through the evaporator pad. And it's also electronically controlled in the sense that when your thermostat calls for humidity, it will sense that the furnace is running, and then it'll open a solenoid to allow the water to flow into the humidifier. Then as the air passes through the humidifier, it picks up that moisture and sends it throughout the rest of the house. Today's task is to change the evaporator pad that's inside this thing because it's probably full of minerals from the operation of last probably 6 months. Generally in the summer you're not humidifying, obviously, but from the spring and late winter is probably when I change the evaporator pad last. And so it is due again, and I usually change it, I would say twice a year is sufficient for the amount of humidification we do and the amount of minerals that get picked up in it. So I'm going to take you through the quick process of changing the evaporator pad. So let's get at it. The first thing you want to do is turn off your water source. There should be a valve somewhere along the route. Mine is at the hot water tank. And I also turn off the furnace just for, safety first. It's not like it's dangerous or anything, but better safe than sorry. So I'm going to turn off my furnace now. And the switch is up in the ceiling back here. And now I'm going to open the cover on the unit. And it's been down at the bottom here. There's just a slotted screw that you can open the unit up with. I got my handy little Swiss Army knife to do that. There's a screw off there. And then this cover just pops off like that. Now you can see the evaporator pad in here, and it is fairly scaled up. I'm not sure how well you can see that. It's kind of shadowy in here, but there's a lot of mineral content within that evaporator pad. So here's a replacement unit that matches our humidifier. Obviously you need to know the model number of your humidifier to get the proper evaporator pad. Ours is an RF2000 that matches our 18 gallon humidifier. And that's what a clean unit looks like. So you can tell you can almost see through this one, whereas my old one looks like there's a lot of calcium buildup on it. To get the old unit out, there's a couple tabs at the top here. You're just going to lift and pull forward on the pad, and you're going to lift off the water sprayer here. This sprays the water down the evaporator pad. Just pull that out of there like that, and you can kind of see how much gunk is in that sucker. So the more often you replace them, the less likely you are to get calcium and stuff going through your filter. Now we have our new one, and it's just going to fit right into that water sprayer, just like that. And sometimes you have to compress them just a bit to get them to fit within the humidifier itself. And there it is. Okay, now we'll just put the cover back on. Okay, simple as that. So we've got a new evaporator pad in there. Should be good for the next 6 months. And don't forget to turn your furnace back on. Don't forget to turn the water back on to your humidifier. And reset your thermostat if it has a reminder built into it to revisit this in about 6 months. And if you haven't done so, it'd be a good time to check your furnace filter. Make sure it's clean. As you may recall, I have a reusable furnace filter that I can wash and return to my furnace without having to buy a replacement. I'll put a link up here to my video showing you how to clean your reusable furnace filter. So that was a relatively simple task of changing the evaporator pad in your humidifier. Now that the furnace is up and running again, the last thing I think I forgot to mention was in the summer when we were air conditioning, I didn't want the air passing through the humidifier, so I had closed off this damper here. So now that you want the heat to pass through the evaporator pad, just open that back up again, like such. And now the heat will run through this duct through the evaporator and give you humidification. That's it for this exciting edition of Mundane Man, and we will talk to you soon.